Hello everyone, Mike's here. So this is the new phone holder. Give you a quick glimpse. This is just what I got for starters. I'm going to build a better one, but as you guys seen in the other video, I threw this thing together in about 20 minutes. And I just wanted to make a prototype, I guess you would say. The next one's going to be larger. I think my tools I'm going to put on the sides, rather right here. But anyways, let's get to the video and see how we do here. So, I'm still trying to figure out my phone. But there's the close-up. So, a lot of you guys, I know, like to go for chips, ICs, and everything else in the beginning. Myself, I like pulling off all of the MLCCs first. And that's because once you get moving with the air chisel, you're not going to be paying attention too much as to everything that's flying off of that thing. Now, speaking of which, I want to say thank you to guys. Thank you to you guys, because I had the air chisel when I asked that question about removing those one chips. And to be honest with you, I had forgotten all about it. And I dug it out. I still haven't cleaned those boards yet with the specific chips I was talking about. As, I got that last load of servers in. And, well, let's see, last weekend I spent tearing all those down. And now I'm going through boards. I don't know why, fellas. One of my favorite things is popping off these MLCCs and pulling pins. I find it to be pretty relaxing. I know there's not a lot of money in it. MLCCs have roughly 10% silver if you're lucky, and 3% palladium. Most of the time it's lower than that, closer to 1.5 to 2%. I'm hoping that these servers produce a little bit better. I'm keeping these guys separate from any of the MLCCs I pull off computers or whatever. But you never know. And it's kind of funny trying to work this video out right here, because instead of looking at the board, I'm looking at the board through the camera. So this is a new thing for me. It's kind of annoying, actually. So let's see. Got them all cleared out there, I believe. Now, as I told you guys before, the smaller ones, I'll come back through and get those all at once. And they go into a different pile. So, let's see what else we got here. Okay, hey, there's one. You know what? curious to see what's under this guy. So let's take him apart. What do you say? Okay. Like I said, this is a whole new thing for me. Trying to learn how to do this and focus. 1 second. So, here in Central Ohio, it's gotten cold again, but we're supposed to warm right back up into the 60s this week. You know, everybody I work with been getting sick on and off. You know, it's not very good for those of you that have sinus troubles, allergies. I know the allergies get to me here and there. So it's a little different, you know. Old Ewaste Ben, I don't know how he's able to keep up the conversation as long as he does. You know, you run out of things to say pretty quick. Alright, so underneath that was nothing, but let's see if I can see here. Alright. See that? Right there. It says PCABS. Now, that little piece of plastic, I get, I believe we're at 3 cents a pound this week. I don't know. Alright, so back to the board here. As I said, I'm still trying to get used to this. I'm betting that's just cast. And it is. So, next thing, I'll be pulling these pins and cutting off the gold fingers here. But let's get back to the MLCCs, shall we? So guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos and commenting. You know what? Here's a good one right here. Let me show you this. Alright. Sorry about that, fellas. So, now, this brown one, chocolate brown is what you're looking for as far as these capacitors go. Those are the ones that's supposed to carry the palladium and silver. Now, this that has an L next to it, it looks like an MLCC, but it is not. I don't know if it's some type of resistor or what, but I saved those and they're kept in a separate pile. But all of my chocolate brown MLCCs I keep separate from, well, I was hoping there'd be some white ones on here, but there's not. They also make a white capacitor. There's also black capacitors. I've seen red ones that are like this, but the red ones that look like that. Matter of fact, hang on just a second, guys. And there we go. Now these are the red ones I was telling you about. Now these are tantalum MLCCs. So you want to keep those separate from the from the other ones. Okay, put that back. So let's do a little kind of an introduction. You guys have been watching my videos quite a while now. So I got into Ewaste about 3 years ago. I was a scrapper. We were cleaning out the garage, and my wife said, well, we had half a load of scrap. My wife's like, well, let's go check out the trash, see if people are throwing anything out. And I'm like, that sounds a little crazy, but we can try it. And so we get out. Alright, hang on guys, I gotta pause this a second. Okay, sorry about that. I thought my dog was chasing someone down the street. So, my wife says, let's go, run around and see if anybody's throwing any metal out. And, well, that's back when, scrap iron was $3.25, 300 a ton. And, it's about all she wrote. From that point on, I was making, gosh, that first year, we were keeping everything that was nice and running doing the flea market on the weekends. And I had a schedule that I was following to, for curb collecting. In that first year, I made some pretty good money. I got into the eBay thing at the same time. And before all this, my wife and I had gotten into gold prospecting. And I know, before you guys even say anything, Central Ohio, there's nothing for gold. Basically what we have here is glacial gold. And so we were, you'd go out of a yard of dirt, you might get 4 or 5 specks of gold if you're lucky. Sometimes 1 or 2, sometimes none at all. But it was fun, and it was healthy. Digging dirt, playing in the creek. Who wouldn't like that, right? So, I was doing the gold prospecting, doing scrap metal, and it was the funniest thing. I said, honey, wouldn't it be cool if somebody threw away some gold? Guys, you'll never believe it. Within 2 weeks of that conversation, we ended up picking up a gym bag that had a bunch of like ball gloves in it and stuff like that had been thrown out. And sure enough, there was a gold necklace in that thing. So thought that was pretty cool. We were hauling for a little while. Like I said, about 3 years. Got a couple trailers. Matter of fact, let me see. That white trailer right there is what I started scrapping in. And I hauled that thing around with a Crown Victoria. So, then I moved up and I bought a blank trailer and built it up. So, I'm going to stop this video right now. It's gotten quite long. And we'll continue on to the next one. Wow. I'm going to leave that on there just to get one of you guys sick. No. So, let's see. Where was my story at? So, we got into the scrapping, this, that, and the other. And, you know, I started seeing computers, started picking those up and took those to the scrapyard. And a guy was like, I'm doing this out of screen, that makes no sense. The guy was like, I'll give you $3 for every one of them towers you bring in. I was like, that's cool. So, I tested him. Next trip, I had 10 towers. And, he gave me 30 bucks. So I'm sitting there. I'm thinking to myself, okay, if he's paying me $3 for a computer, what's he doing with them? You know, so I started punching in scrap computers, this, that, and the other, and then I can't remember where. I came across somebody's website. Maybe it was Laser Steve's. Another guy out there is Drew Metalsmith. He was one of the first videos I started watching. Another guy is Geo. He's got a lot of great information on his website. So, that was about it. You know, I found the forum, Gold Refiners Forum, and started reading Hoax. And I never looked back, you know. When I started, I finished that book. Oh, I forgot to tell, okay. So what happened is I injured myself pretty bad, guys. I was picking up a granite countertop, and I've had a bad back now for 15 years. And one thing, if you know anybody with a bad back, is things happen. You try and adjust your other muscles so you can do your work. You know, and that's what I did. Is I went and picked up this countertop, and I threw my upper back out. Now, that, I don't know if that was a really bad thing or a good thing, because it all worked out in the end. Like I said, I found the Gold Forum, started reading Hoax, and at the time I was injured and really couldn't do nothing. I was stuck at home, so I just read every day. You know, I had my nose buried in that, and I was watching the gold refining videos, and I thought they were so cool. And so basically, fast forward 3 years, you know, my back got a little bit better. You know, I still have my same issues I started with. I've got like 4 slip discs and a compression fracture from jumping out of a truck when I was 26. Wow, okay, showing my age here. That's 20 years ago now. So anyway, I jumped out of this truck, came down right on my heels, and hurt like hell. Went home that night, couldn't hardly move, but I got up the next day and everything felt fine. So I didn't think nothing about it. And then about a year later, it started hurting again. Got to the point couldn't hardly move, and that's when I went to the doctor and found out that I had the compression fracture, and by that time 4 of my discs had slipped out of place. And you know, at that point in time, there was no repairing it. You know, they had talked about surgery several times, and I had said no. Didn't want to do it. Sometimes I wonder if I would have been better off getting the surgery. Anyway, that's what made it possible for me to learn all this in such a short amount of time. I don't concentrate a lot on different things. The scrap metal, while it's always part of the gold refining, I don't go out looking for it anymore. You know, if I'm driving along and see something, hang on guys. Okay, fellas. So my wife just got home from the store. The dog was going nuts. He's a real good doggy, but you know, I'm scared that he'll get out there. When he gets real excited, he wants to fight and play, and while that's fantastic for me, you know, and doesn't bother me too much, I'm scared he might end up hurting somebody just by wanting to hold him down and lick him to death, you know. So guys, these few videos have carried on a lot longer than I expected them to. But I wanted to give you an introduction of who I am and how I got here. You know, it's before scrapping, I've done all kinds of things. I've managed several different companies. I've ran my own company several different times. I was a ice cream truck vendor for 8 years, and well, I enjoyed it, had a great time doing it, made a lot of money. It's only good for about 6 months out of the year up here. You know, the other time, you know, you better save your money. But that's the way it goes, right? No matter where you're at, no matter what you do, there's good things and bad. So guys, I'm going to end right here. And, well, you know what? Let's see here real quick. Let's bring this all together and see what we got. So there we go, guys. I throw it on a scale for you, but the scale's inside. And you know what? Hang on, fellas. Alright, guys, so yeah. Oh, turn that on. Not really used to doing all this. Hopefully in the future I'll be making better videos. So got ounces, grains, diamond weight, grams. That on there, 2.1 grams, zeroed out. A little piece of gold in there too. Alright, so what do we got here? We got 10.9 grams MLCCs, and took me about 18 minutes, 18 minutes, so you guys can do the math. I don't feel like thinking right now. So I will catch you later. Jonesy, say goodbye. Mike's out.